ZL Entertainment.
Greetings, boys and girls. I am Jack DeYoung from ZL Entertainment, and today we're here to continue our adventures within Civilization 5. The duels between, this time between Russia and Germany. And so far, I believe we are winning. As you can see in the upper right-hand corner, we have more points. I want to quickly say, before we get too far into this video, I am actually doing something quite different.
When pieces of broth.
I'm editing this video. Basically what I'm doing is recording the video beforehand, and I will edit everything down to just the combat parts and parts that I find interesting, like the things that we research and some things like that that may seem slightly minor, but I still feel a little interesting. And then after that, I'm gonna record my voice over. That's how I'm gonna do these from now on, because yeah, I recorded 2 videos that were 4 hours long, and I was able to edit that down just to the combat parts, and that is a 44-minute video. So I'm gonna do this from now on. We'll cover more ground. It'll be more compact. It'll have more juice to it, more meat, as they say, more juicy meat. So yeah. I may add special effects later through the editing, but I don't see any need to put any transitions between cuts in the video. So yeah, as you can see, the settler was important to me because I want to show the new city.
Bösewicht, wir werden euch unter die Erde bringen.
And with the new city, the shit-ass Germany put a city right where we were gonna go to, so I did not like that. So I decided to put my city somewhere else, as you can see there. So that's that. Okay. I started a lot of wars in this episode. He just, like, I didn't do any fighting. Like, that's why I edited it all out, because there was no fighting. He just got, like, he was like, whatever, you can just have it. I guess he knew that he messed up there on his part. So here I'm just trying to see, like, what I wanted to do, but I don't like the others, so I wanted it to be a normal city anyways. We have a barb camp down here, and this is a combat too. It's not against a civ or a city-state, but it still is combat, so that's that. And we can also just go here and collect the money, which will be nice. We're going to set up a trade route, because that's going to help give us some money. That's important enough to show, I would think. And found a pantheon, so I always go with the religious settlements, because I like faster growth. I like the...
John Henry said to his captain.
I like the settlements to expand quicker. And we just finished steel, and we're going to take that on up. We're also given a spy, so that was pretty interesting, I thought. So we're going to place that spy in an appropriate spot for us. Our own town, basically, because, you know,
Es wäre in eurem Interesse,
and here's Germany wanting open borders
prüft.
and horses from us, and I decided to, you know, bump up the money a bit. I usually bump it up sometimes more, but he's not too happy with me right now, so I figured it would be best to just not push my luck this time. And we get another spy, so that's pretty cool. So this spy we can place within Berlin, and I was wondering if I wanted a diplomat or a spy, but I figured, you know, I might as well go with the spy. So yeah. Now we can adopt a new policy, and I'm going to finish up Liberty right here. That'll be nice. We'll get a free golden age from that. And next I'll select, you know, the honor stuff. Get that going. And I like to have my own religion. I don't want to take other people's. If there has to be like a religion in the game, I'm going to make my own, and yeah. So we're going to found a religion. And as everybody knows about me, everybody knows that I am a perv. So we're gonna name our religion a perv type of name. It's gonna be I mean, if I was gonna make my own religion, it'd be like a sex religion basically. So basically it would be like a pagan type of religion. There we go, 69ism. And there's the beliefs I chose. Right there, ceremonial or church property and peace gardens. I changed the first one because I wanted happiness and gold from that deal. I wasn't gonna choose hanging gardens, so I don't really care about that. It's kind of cool that the spies will like tell you what they're going to build, and it's also cool that I was able to get free tech there, so that's cool. Got some barbs up here, so we're gonna end the barbs. That's always a good thing. And remember how I said we had a worker up there? Well, that is where the worker went, and so we're finally gonna get that. We had a spy that was killed, so that sucks. We finished gunpowder, so now we can go with chemistry. Basically, I'm doing things that will give me good weapons. That's basically what I want to go for. And don't think I have not forgot about City-State Ant, as I'm going to call him for short. And Tanum, I don't even know how to pronounce that. And he's all pissy because we had a spy, and I'm just like, you know, who cares? I'll do what I want. And he's not surprised. I guess he knows me a little bit. So that's cool. Gonna set up the trade route once again because that's that. I may like cut further trade routes out unless I do a new one, but the next part will be the finale of this duel. Anyways, we can finish up these barbs, or at least one of them, since a new one appeared out there. And we got our worker back. But what I find is once you made all the roads that you want and stuff like that, you kind of, it almost feels like workers become useless a little bit. I usually have like one worker in each city, but when I'm first starting out, I like to have almost 2 or 3 workers in a city. But yeah, as the game goes on, I like to cut that down. We got a new spy, so we're going to place that within Berlin. Let's move them. Berlin. And this time, I think we will go with diplomat, so that's cool. And got another policy so we can get another thing in within the honor. So that'll be useful for when we go fight. We finished the Notre Dame, so that's cool.
Wherever we look.
Finished chemistry, so as you can tell, jumped a bunch of turns there. Because I believe previously we had 17 turns left, and yeah. But anyways, fertilizer. We got the Himeji Castle, which I believe is from Japan, maybe? Sounds like that's where it's from. So that's that. Got some more battles going on over here. So that's all well and good. I may not show the other civs fighting them. I'm not sure. But anyways, we have another policy, and we're going to finish. Well, we're not going to finish it on up yet. We still have a few more to do for honor. Select that, and then we can exit. Oh yeah. And we can enhance our religion, so that's really nice. Get some more stuff. I don't know how you get the bonus belief, but yeah. And enhance it with the things we've got there. Already up to riflemen. I think before we had that helmet dude people. I don't know what those were called. Already forgot. Musketmen. They're not riflemen yet. There we go. Got the barbarian camp. So that's good. And here we're going to kind of prepare to destroy Ant. It's gonna take a while. In fact, 10 minutes maybe, because they're in a very good strategically safe spot. It's hard to get to them on all sides like I usually do. I haven't watched many people play this game and fight, you know, like this is my favorite part of the game. And I know I don't know if this is what it's supposed to be, but I feel like you're supposed to get along with the other civs. I feel like that's what the main thing of the game is. And, you know, you're supposed to try not to fight, but to me, fighting is just the funnest part to me. It wasn't like that at the beginning, honestly. Before, I just wanted to be peaceful with everybody, and I just wanted to expand and grow and all that good stuff. But then I noticed something. People would like take spots that I want, and that like pissed me off. And then you can't like walk through their territory without starting a war. So eventually I just like got to the point where I just became like a war type of person. I mostly always play Russia. I don't know why, but I mean, if they had an Irish civ, I would go with that because I'm mostly Irish, but
The nation that...
I don't think they have one. They
If you
have
pick up-
Celtic, but I don't think it's in Civ 5. It might be. It's been so long since I looked at all the other civs in this game. So I'm going to do something slightly intelligent here, and I'm going to place a spy within the city-state of... I'm going to call it Velveeta Cheese. Or just Velveeta for short. That's what... Some of these names are just, like, hard to pronounce. And I could care less. I mean, if I stared at it for a while, but, we have more important things to do, like, taking out Antenna. Let's go, get optics.
You made it.
And we finish optics because
There is only...
these things are going very quickly now, because those are only one. Got theology as well. Yeah. Since they were like only 5 seconds, might as well show those screens to show what I'm researching, in case anybody's slightly interested in that.
Oh,
I find that stuff interesting to see what they choose when I watch other people play this. So yeah, we're gonna take our cannons and destroy the workers. This gives me a little bit of satisfaction for all the, all the people they killed of ours. I mean, they even killed our archers. So it was really hard to figure out how to set up properly in this region, but it's that mountain that really messes things a lot. The ocean obviously messes things, but it was mostly the mountain that I had to worry about. Anyways, we got civil service, and now we can go with chivalry. And now we're on to education. I think I chose education instead of chivalry, unless I forgot to show that part. Yeah. So where the cannons are from there, I don't think we can really fire because of the mountain. It's right strictly in the way. But I'm trying, and I can guarantee you right now that it's gonna be a fail. We're gonna try a bunch of different tactics, or I should say. I know I'm including you guys here, but it's not logical to do so. I tried a bunch of different techniques, and finally I gave up after 2 hours and 15 minutes, and I was able to edit that down to 22 minutes, and I set everything up. I was starting to set everything up by then, so we'll see that in a minute or two. Those sounds of it sounds like the crunching and munching of bread in Skyrim. When you try to eat bread. It's kind of funny. That's what it reminds me of anyways. I like how you can pillage their lands to get stuff. Not only are they in a strategically logical location to be behind a mountain and surrounded by water on most sides, they also have a very high defense rating, almost 50. So yeah, you have to really go all out when you take on a city. All this stuff is happening while they're destroying us. Fun stuff. Look at education. Got education. Great. It looks like they destroyed us completely there. World Congress is now founded. We're researching compass, and we're going to find something that we want, which I believe I decide on World's Fair because nothing else seemed interesting. And Germany liked our ideas. I don't really care either way. Yeah, we have this one person over here that's I try to get them to leave, but I have them leave the wrong way. And Germany wants stuff, but who cares? Well, I mean, I do because I cared enough to put that there, but still. Yeah, I went the wrong way for the archers, and they got killed. So, it's quite obvious we're gonna have to go about this in a different way. I love those generals because they give you extra land, but sadly you can't go too far away from a city. In fact, I was hoping for 2 blocks away, but you can only go 1 from what I can see. Finish compass, and let's go take chivalry this time. So I'm gonna get our musketmen out of there, and we're definitely gonna have to rethink all this. I have my cannons going up here, and definitely gonna set them up. The idea I have here is I'm gonna have them come up from the top from the water and go onto land from the top end. That's my idea for this. So we'll see that in action in a minute. Minute or so. I started that on the second video I recorded for this, because I didn't feel like 22 minutes was long enough, especially with what was happening. It felt anticlimactic that we didn't take Ant down. Finish chivalry, and now we're gonna go with banking because I want to make money as well. I hate seeing deficits. Oh man, I have so little money. We're almost finished with honor. In fact, this last one will finish this off. And now I can go with the next one I go with, which is commerce.
Happen.
So we finished banking, and now I'm going to go with printing press, because that will help with, not only with learning, but it will help with our religion bit. And there we go with setting up the commerce thing. You have to like unlock it, so I feel like that's a waste, but I also wanted to show our holy man making a holy site, so that's cool. So as you can see, I'm setting this up. I am setting this up. And alright, we have everything set, I believe. This is a part of the new video. And, oh yeah, this is the fun part. This is how I do things normally. Don't know why I didn't do it before. But as you can see, we have a lot of cannons. This is the best way to take out cities that I have found. And I love that they go after like one enemy at a time. Like, I like to take out a little bit of each at a time. Oh, got some a barbed ship down there, but easily disposed of. And we have some messages about the fair, but don't worry, I'm doing the fair stuff while doing this. I finally figured out how to do that, because I always go for the World's Fair, but I never knew how to do that, and then I finally found out how to do that, so I was really happy. So as you can see, we're pretty much surrounding the city as best as we can. And yeah, now we're doing stuff. Just one after another, we're just bombarding them. And I have my musketmen, because that's the only way you can actually take over the city. So, that's the good thing about having a spy in a city-state, is the elections get rigged. And we have an upcoming session, but that doesn't matter. We have 5 cannons directed solely on the city. You know how good this felt when I was doing this? It still feels good, just getting back at these douches up here. They never liked us. Like, we did nothing to them. I mean, I might have did something in the first part, in the first episode, but I don't remember doing anything to them specifically. And they were just always douches to us, so Yeah, they kind of brought this on themselves. Our cannon down, one of our cannons about to be destroyed, it looks like. There they go. But it's no bother to me because we have 4 other cannons and I can move this one over. The one where that cannon is that I'm selecting, I never pillaged that spot, and I always wanted to, but I never did. I was slightly nervous about moving them because I didn't want them to focus on them. So I wanted them to focus on one of the other cannons instead. I figured the first one that I shot would be the one they focus on, but it was the last one that shot at them that they focused on. That one. That's cool. Got a new unit. These units I get, I usually end up just selling them because it costs money to maintain a unit, so I just usually sell them. As you can see, our currency situation is very well now. I usually end up, like I say, with tons of money in this game. This game is just so easy to me for some strange reason. I started playing it like early this year, I believe it was, and like right away, I just got it. I don't know what it was about this game, but it was just easy to me. Like, I was able to understand it. Like, I played Civ 3, and I just could not understand. I played Civ 1 and 2, by the way, and fuck those games. I mean, they probably were good for the time, but trying to go back on them now is just useless in my mind. I was going to do an LP of them, but no way in hell. And I like how this cannon that I selected can still attack them from this spot. As you can see, they need to be taken down now. So it's going to take 3 more turns before we can get them. But it will happen. And their health, or their defense, is up at 51 now. But that does no good to them anymore. And as you can see, Germany is down below us. Don't think I didn't forget about them. I was really pissed off about that. 2 cannons were taken out, but it's quite alright because here I thought the musketmen were going a long random way, but then I found out it was actually the cannon. I thought I had clicked on the musketmen, but whatever. So yeah. And they try to destroy this cannon over here, but if I remember right, they never get it. They never get them. Alright, let's make sure musketman come up here. 1 more turn. I didn't really do much editing here because it was non-stop fighting on our turns and on their turns. Yeah, I think they survived somehow. Industrialization has been discovered, so that's cool. Now we can get coal and stuff. I don't actually mine any coal anytime soon. With these guys, I fortified their health, and that's good enough because we're going to destroy the city right now. And there we go. And now, the sad thing is I did not even want this city. I was actually going to raise it and destroy it. because I didn't want it to be a thing at all. But sadly, as you can see, you can't raise it, you can't destroy it. So with that option out of the way,
There never was a
I
good...
decided to just keep it. So finished metallurgy, and now we're gonna go with what tickles my fancy. I'm gonna go with rifling.
It is well that...
And now we're just skipping hell far into it. We finished that, and we've doing military science, and we're gonna do another thing within the commerce. Our first one. We're gonna do this, and they want to repeal my science funding, so I'm gonna say no to that. I don't really care about historical landmarks. It would have been nice, but and I don't want to.
Verderbter Bösewicht, wir werden euch unter die
As you can
Erde...
see, we finally enter here because they pissed me off. I have my cannon here from the previous one, and I upgraded them to Gatling guns. Although I figured out recently, I mean, during this point in time, I keep forgetting this. I learn it and then I forget it, but Gatling guns aren't actually the next up from cannons. I always seem to think that, and then I realize, oh no, that's not it. Gatling guns are actually the next form of the crossbowman. I still get it, but well, actually they give it to me. But I don't like the idea that they set up a place here. And I was only set up in this area. I did not think about my other cities, so we're gonna see the fighting on all fronts here. So I feel like this is really fun. It's really exciting to me. And as you can see, they're trying to attack this city, which was their old city that I took from them. Or they might have gave me. They only have one city at this point. But yeah. What we have here? Frankfurt is trying to destroy us now. That's quite alright, and we have a golden age that has dawned upon us. We have some enemies around here, but we'll easily take care of those workers. And by the way, I think Ant has one more turn before it gets the courthouse. That's what it looked like. That might have been something else. I can't remember the icon for courthouse, but they'll be happy with us soon enough. Yeah, the game makes it seem like you're never going to recover from taking a city, but there are things you can do, and if you actually are rich enough, they'll actually become happy with you, and they'll do way better than they did before. That city-state is doing way better than it did before we stepped in, which is why I didn't want to do that. I wanted to completely destroy it because I didn't feel like they deserved that. They didn't deserve it. Next time I open the save, I feel like since all our cities are pretty much connected now, the Great Wall that we have should go around most of it now, because that's what it seems to do. The wall seems to grow not at the same time your borders do. It takes a while before that happens, but yeah, eventually it should wrap around almost this whole eastern portion of the map. It's kind of funny that in this Duels, Russia and Germany are kind of in the same spots in real life, you know, like this is on the eastern portion of the map, and Germany is on the more western part. That is not the same shape, obviously, but it's still kind of funny. We have a character that was destroyed, but it looks like they have a lot. but it always works out in the end for me. We're gonna take care of Frankfurt. Kinda, they just give it to us eventually. But, I don't care. As long as we get it, that's all that matters to me. They only have a bunch of horsemen. We have riflemen now. They're not mere musketmen. And they were an idiot for going into the water there, because that's instant death if you're close to a city. So we were able to take them out. They have a lancer, but they're kind of weak too, compared to our enemies. They just have a lot. If I had 2 riflemen, I probably would have destroyed them easily. But twat ever. We have Gatling guns taking care of these dudes, and these workers I have here are quite adventurous and brave to be building a road. I was thinking on building a road all the way to the city, but then I decided I'm not gonna do that. But yeah, a lot of fighting in this episode, and that's what I like to see in this game. At least for these duels part, because it makes sense. If you're doing a duel, you're gonna want to see the dueling part. So yeah, I'm actually really happy of how this episode turned out. Sadly, the archers can't shoot from that far, so a bit of strategy on the enemy's part. Well, yeah, we took out one of them. They're gonna take us out now, but whatever. And here we're going to take out the horsemen as well. Gonna try to heal that Gatling gun, but that's gonna be a moot point at this part into the fight, because they're pretty much dead now. And we're gonna make sure we take care of these guys. Once they're done with, then it's a lot easier. And yeah, there that guy goes, sadly. And another one. And we're gonna attack that horseman. I don't think they are destroyed there. Yeah, one more hit. Sadly, the archer can't hit any of them. That's quite alright. We're gonna take out the horseman and fire more onto the city. Yeah, decided to upgrade them since we have a lot of gold, and I was hoping that we'd be able to shoot from the city at that part, but even then we still can't. And now they're attacking us with cannons. That gives them a better advantage, but that being said, it still won't work, especially since well, we'll see that. We'll see what happens with that. And we can attack from the city, which is really nice. I want to just get rid of the horsemen. Probably not a logical idea, but oh well. And the archers can get the lancer dudes, so won't finish them off, but whatever. Now we can focus on the city over here. Another great person, who cares? Oh, but it is a general, so we do care. And where are we going to place this one at? Why, right over here in this little corner. That will give me one of theirs, which it will certainly probably piss them off, I hope. But we'll see that come into play a little bit later after the war ends. Right here. So as you can see, he gives me Frankfurt, and he also makes peace with the other place, which I didn't really care about. And we're going to make this city ours. So that's how that ended. And then he gets pissed off about that. So that general did come into play. But I wanted to bridge the gap over here. So I'm hoping that will close up eventually. And he publicly denounces us.
Wars may be fought with
we
weapons.
got military signs. So we're gonna get dynamite. Dynamite!
Also, raus damit.
And so, as you can tell, I have to
Macht schon.
publicly denounce him as well. I mean, it's only fair, right? Right. Doesn't start a war or anything. We're not ready for that quite yet. But we will be in a few minutes by the end of this episode. And here we can choose an ideology. I looked through all of them. You didn't have to go through that mess. And I finally chose freedom. Because it gave the best, and those are the ones I got. Covert action, capitalism, and I couldn't get a third like I thought I could. Also, I wanted the arts to stay up. But I wanted to get rid of the arts. I'm doing partially doing this because I want to piss off Germany in this game. But I also like the science. I want the science. Like, in real life, I'm more of an arts type of person. But in this game, especially for this duel, I wanted that. We're also going to finish up the commerce before I do any more on the ideology stuff. We're now researching astronomy.
Joyfully
which
to
we
the
just
breeze.
finished. And now we're going to go with acoustics.
They're rising
And
all at once.
here we finish acoustics. And we'll go with navigation. And we cut over to when we finish navigation. And we take architecture. And here we finish
Architecture
it.
begin.
So that was really quick. And that's just showing us what we have there. Don't need to do anything there. With architecture finished, we're going to go with archaeology. Architecture to archaeology. We got another spy. I realized that I had another spy, so we're going to go put him back as a spy, not a diplomat, to Berlin. And I figure we're going to just go with repealing the arts. And you can find the results here. Or not yet. This I want to show off. I had a huge ass merchant that with a bonus the bonus I have gives double. And so now it's 1400 instead of 700 gold. And with
Those who cannot remember the past are condemned.
finish archaeology. So now we have a bunch of archaeology sites, which I'm not going to bother with in the duels, I don't think. And here we see the conversion from Berlin's religion to ours. I thought we could do it with city-states, but it doesn't work. We can't route out the heresy. I didn't know that was a thing until I did this, so that's cool. Finish scientific theory, so we're going to go with electricity now and get some public schools. We want our people to be intelligent. We really do. But here, as you can see, we are setting up in the northern parts to attack. So I hope you guys enjoyed this. And see you guys all in the next part. Love you all. Peace to you and stay safe.